Welcome to the road to 1 million US dollars, and let's get right into the Bitcoin chart for today, because right now we are seeing a massive squeeze in the Bollinger Bands, which if you have been following me for some time, you know that this happens right before we get a massive move in the Bitcoin price. Keep in mind that this is going to be on the lower time frames because we are looking at the immediate short term here. And before I continue, as always, nothing in this video is my personal opinion. I am only sharing the unbiased technical analysis and nothing more. So considering that we have basically just been trading sideways since Friday, and I do mean literally trading flat here, what I'm looking out for over the coming 24 to 48 hours is a massive increase in volatility. Of course, we are currently trading inside a weekend, so perhaps this chopping could continue for another 24 hours or so, but definitely by early on Monday, we will see a massive increase in that volatility, especially considering that if we just keep trading sideways for another 24 hours, this 2-hour time frame is also going to heavily compress, and the 4-hour time frame as well. So keep an eye out on these Bollinger Bands and expect volatility to be coming sometime soon. Now, as expected with a big contraction in the Bollinger Bands, currently we are still trading flat, so nothing has really changed here. We are still trading above this 0.786 Fibonacci level, sitting at 85.6K. This is acting as a level of support, and we are trading below this critical Fibonacci golden pocket, sitting at 92.7K all the way up to 94.3K, and this is acting as a level of resistance, as you can see right here. Now, staying on the topic of support and resistance levels, let's also take a look at this 1-day time frame. Right now, we're still holding above this big level of support from 87 all the way down to 85K. And we do have resistance to the upside from 90 all the way up to 92,000. Another level of resistance to pay attention to is this long-term descending trend line, the resistance of which is currently sitting at about 88.3K. You can see for this level of resistance, I actually connected all the wicks right here and this wick as well. So that is how I drew this descending trend line to get that level of resistance. Next, taking a look at the market structure for Bitcoin on this daily time frame, you can see in the chart here that the bears are still in control so long as we're trading below 107.5K. So clearly we have been in a big downtrend here ever since about early October. So while I do expect us to get some kind of bullish relief here, even if it is just in the short term, for now on this daily time frame, my bias is still bearish, considering that that is what the market structure is pointing towards. But overall, if we're not talking about the past few months, but really the past few weeks, then I'm actually more neutral on the Bitcoin price, because as you can see, we have basically just been chopping in this sideways range here from 83.6K all the way up to 94.6K. And coming back to these Bollinger Bands that we took a look at earlier in the video, as you can see, if we are just going to continue chopping sideways for a little bit longer, these Bollinger Bands are going to continue squeezing the Bitcoin price. And the more these Bollinger Bands squeeze the Bitcoin price, even on this daily time frame, the bigger and the more volatile the next move is going to be. So this is why personally, I don't mind if we continue chopping sideways for a little bit longer. So that is currently what I'm waiting for, and why I am actually only trading the lower time frames for Bitcoin right now, because obviously on the daily time frames and stuff like this, nothing is really happening in this market. Next, taking a look at this 3-day time frame, because right here you can see that we still have this bullish divergence in the charts, which is when you have lower lows in the Bitcoin price and higher lows in the RSI momentum indicator. For now, you can actually see that we are still trading above this 86K level, which is the point of invalidation. However, for now, this bullish divergence actually points towards us getting a break from all of this bearish price action we saw here over the last couple months, either in the form of some choppy sideways price action or potentially some bullish momentum. So this is currently one of the only signals pointing towards us getting a potential break from all of that bearish price action. This is one of the reasons why I'm currently actually quite neutral on the Bitcoin price, open to getting some kind of bullish relief here. However, if this actually invalidates, then like I said, this completely opens the door to more bearish price action once again. So watch out if you see that happen. And before I dive into the Bitcoin ETF flow tables, as well as the Bitcoin liquidity analysis, guys, if you're going to be trading Bitcoin anyways, you might as well do it with a big trading fee discount, which you will get if you create your Blofin account with the referral code RT1M. I will leave a link to this in the first link of the video description. And besides that, you also get a massive deposit bonus. For example, you will get a 10% cashback on your deposit up to $1,000. So if you deposit 10K, you get $1,000 on top of that. And besides that, there's also trading volume bonuses. So like I said, if you're going to be trading anyway, you may as well do it on Blowfin with that link in the video description to take advantage of those bonuses. Moving on to the Bitcoin ETF flow table, because yesterday we saw another big outflow from these Bitcoin ETFs, a little bit under $100 million. Now, relatively speaking, this isn't a big outflow. However, it is noteworthy that we are on a pretty big streak of just getting outflows every single day. So for now, the Bitcoin ETF investors are actually having a downwards pressuring effect on the Bitcoin price. Moving on to the Bitcoin liquidity analysis, first of all, on the 3-day time frame, notice how right now we have big liquidity to the downside at 86.3K, and we have liquidity to the upside at 88,000, with most of the upside liquidity sitting around this 90K level. Now, since we are just trading sideways, as always, we will get liquidity on both sides here, so this is all very normal. The reason I am still talking about this, even with us having liquidity on both sides, is because when these Bollinger Bands are done squeezing and we start getting that massive volatility, it is very useful to know where the big pockets of liquidity are, because these are likely going to act as magnets for the Bitcoin price to get attracted to. Moving on to the 2-week time frame then, right here you can see a very similar picture. So 86.3K roughly is that big pocket of liquidity to the downside, and to the upside same at 90K as well. I'm also going to zoom out all the way to the 1-year time frame, so we really have that high time frame perspective as well. Now I have basically covered all of this that is close to the price. However, I do want to mention this liquidity at 126K as well, because while it could be very tempting to actually look at the liquidity at 126K right here and start targeting this, saying like, yeah, this is where most of the liquidity is sitting on the highest time frame. While this is true, it doesn't mean that we need to take out that liquidity. And since we are still in that bearish structure that I talked about, it is going to be a high risk setup to be looking for this liquidity to be grabbed, because you don't know if we are just going to make a lower high here and then actually roll over from there, going down to much lower prices, right? So this is going to be a high risk bet to be targeting this liquidity, considering that this is against the current trend of the market. Now, this has been today's market update. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I will see you tomorrow in the next one.